So let's take a look at this example. So take a look at without the audio. Okay, now with the original audio that that the video came with. And now with the audio that I recorded later on and then add it to my sequence. Oh, by the way, I'm just using the Premiere, but Premiere Pro. But when you're working on it, you just use the Lightroom. Not Lightroom. I keep on saying Lightroom. Lightworks. There's a separate tutorial video on how to do all this in Lightroom, and that Lightworks. Sorry. So now with the additional audio that I recorded. So just by adding the sound of the bird, I'm really telling the viewers that this is morning. But at the same time, just by adding this, it packs such more emotion and the feeling into my video. So this is just a really quick and kind of a cliche example of what you can achieve through layering another sound into your video. So now let's take a look at this scene where I shot this outside of my view of the window and then outside of my window. And then, so original sound that was myself working with my computer. So a lot of clicking sound with my mouse and the computer keyboard. Okay, and now here with the bird sound that we heard. Let's hear it from the beginning. So I think the bird sound works a lot better in this shot because we get to see the outdoor, and then we kind of our mind kind of tells us that, oh, this sound is coming from outside. Whereas here, I don't see any kind of outdoor anything, so the sound of the bird might sound like artificial a little bit. But here, because we're seeing the outside, I think it makes a much more better sense. And let's hear some other sound that I recorded later on, and then I just added it in here. So this sound is sound of me showering, taking a shower. So that's the shower. So still is telling that this is morning, and then I'm getting ready to, start the day. And let's hear this instead. This might be a little bit more ambiguous when it comes to getting the information across. In this case, would be setting the time of the scene of the entire production, which is morning. But let's just hear this. It's quite ambiguous, but it goes with this theme of the getting ready and then the time of the morning, because since this is an establishing shot. So this is just a few examples of how you can use different type of audio and sound to evoke different kind of emotion, at the same time convey different information. So when I looked at your project proposals, a lot of you had like a music playing device in your room. I think Owen actually played some music in his project proposal, and I thought that was great. But if you so I think two of you had like a record player, so you could include that music as a background music, but you don't make it too overpowering, meaning that don't make it too loud. I still want to hear the noise that that you have in your room. I want to hear the noise, because the small noise, like the coffee cup hitting the coaster, and then the fork hitting that porcelain dish and things like that, and then me drinking the coffee. I think if you isolate it and amplify it, I think it packs so much more feeling than just having like a background music. So if you want to include background music, make it to the point where it's almost you can not hear it. Make it really quiet, and then you introduce other noises such as like for instance drinking coffee. So if you drink a lot of coffee during morning, or you could include like a coffee maker brewing coffee. Or if you read, I think one of you had like things about reading. Record the sound of page turning and then include it and see what it does. So it's gonna take some trial and error. So I suggest that grab a recording device, whether it be camera or a phone, and then just go around your room and start recording the noise of your room. It could be like a radiator kicking, or like a fan, or TV noise, or your computer making the noise, things like that, or the noise that is caused by the activities that you usually do at your room. So that'll be the TV sound, or I don't know, or like a keyboard hitting sound, because if you use a lot of computer, that's going to be another noise. So start recording and then collect those, and then just put it in your video and see what it does. And then so think about a creative way of conveying the information, at the same time evoking the emotion that you want your audience to feel. So if you have any questions, I'll be right here, and just shoot me a text or email, and I'll try to respond to you as soon as possible. I'll see you guys on the next demo.